My name is Michael Woods. Well, world news story, in the most sort of direct answer is it's a collection and retooling of a daily writing project that I've been doing for about a year, where I would treat stories of world news in a literary manner. It's kind of an exercise in imagining what a history of our world would be like if all that was available to write it was the news that were the source for the writing that I did. Well, I was interested in the way that information is circulated, especially with so much news being available now on the internet, and in so many ways, how we can so often be overwhelmed by information coming from all directions, and something about that kind of inspired me to do this writing was how to make sense of it all. Like how can you account for the sort of strange situation you can be in as kind of a recipient of all this information that you really have no way to engage with. Otherwise, it's just coming from many directions. Well, I was interested in things happening far away and to places that I'd never been to before and probably will never even go. Like why it's, I don't know, it's a fascinating thing to have this whole ongoing story of the world that even if you happen to know someone who's or have some connection to one of these places, there will be many more that we're not connected to, except in terms of these sort of like stories about. I mean, so much of the world will always be kind of a remote place to most of us. Yeah. Since the book is treating sort of real world events in a literary manner, as I compose, I've got like not only what's going on but also sort of literary ideas about how I'm writing it, and I start to think, okay, this is what I would like to do with this idea, but then the sort of hard material that the stuff is based on will go in a different direction. I think in terms of narratives, that's a really sort of core concept to the book, because one thing that I think it does is that it shows, well, in terms of what I was saying about juxtaposing different things that seem to be coming from totally different places and showing a connection, there is some kind of connection in, how do I want to say it, in terms of the events and the things that are happening in one place and another. There are similarities between whether what is actually happening or how it's being mediated before it gets here to us. That's kind of how I wanted to write it, was that it be about something that's real, but that reads as it's like but I suppose reads like a fantasy or even like a dream you might have of something
like
that like
dream of information.
Kind of, yeah. The reality of things happening far away, that it comes to you and it's presented as fact and truth, and this is what's going on, you know. But what if, I don't know, what if that's, I guess, the literary intervention is like, what if it's not so? What if these things aren't so fixed? I'm really interested to see, because it's I've shared it a bit before, and now it's existed in a few forms. It's been I've sent it to people as collections of emails, and now it's been reworked a bit to be a book. Sometimes I find that for all the people I send it to, some people will kind of latch on to different things. Everyone I've spoken to about it gets something different out of it. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are just, they've been a bit baffled about it, about like what exactly is this thing, and I hope that the book clarifies it a little bit if someone were to read the book in this new format, as opposed to emails, but as an actual book now, and to see the sort of connections all put into one place, that they might get something a bit more out of it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I'd certainly be surprised if I would be sued for it. For sure. I would try and think of on what grounds anyone could actually sue someone for writing a book like that. Yeah.